So now let's jump into relations. So a relation is a collection of ordered pairs. So let's say that I give you the following. 4, -2, 4, +2, -4, -2, and -4, +2. Let's go ahead and graph those real quickly, just to practice our graphing. So the first coordinate, 4, -2, we've already plotted. The second coordinate, 4, +2, going over 4 in the x direction and up 2 in the positive y direction. This coordinate fell within the first quadrant, so 4, 2 is in the first quadrant. -4, -2, over 4 in the left, the negative x direction, and down 2 in the negative y direction, and that fell within the third quadrant. And look, we can already predict that this is going to be in the second quadrant because it's a negative x value and a positive y value. Negative positive falls within the second quadrant. So we're going to go to the left 4 and up 2 in the positive y. So this collection of ordered pairs is also known as a relation. And within a relation, we can find different types of attributes. So within a relation, we can find the domain of that relation and the range of that relation. The domain is the first coordinates within an ordered pair, so that's usually the x values. So in this case, if this was our relation, which was our set of ordered pairs or our collection, the domain would be 4 and -4. Because we already have this value 4, it doesn't get repeated. So for our example, the domain would be -4 and 4. Our range is the second coordinate within that ordered pair. That's usually the y. So looking at a relation, we have -2, 2, -2, 2 for our y coordinates. -2 is repeated and +2 is repeated. And we don't need to write repeated values within the range. So our range is just going to be -2 and +2. Let's say I put another coordinate within this relation. Let's say I put the coordinate 3, 5. Well, we do not already have 3 within our domain, so we would add that, and we don't have 5 within our range yet, so that would also get added to our range. Let me go over one more definition in this video to help us understand domain and range and how they're related within a relation. Mapping is a useful tool. It's a diagram that's used to show how the domain relates to the range. So let me give you a few examples. So here we're going to go over 3 different examples. All 3 are a collection of ordered pairs, so all 3 are different relations. So let's go over the diagram for mapping. Mapping was a diagram that showed how the domain related to the range. So we're going to have the domain, and then we're going to have the range. The domain is going to be drawn within a circle, and the range is going to be drawn within a circle. So for the first one, what's our domain? The x values are 0, 2, and -2. So we have -2, 0, and +2. For our range, we have 1, 4, and -1. So I'm going to write down -1, 1, and 4. Now here comes the part where we're going to complete our mapping. we're going to draw a line from the value within the domain to its pairing in the range. So for our first ordered pair, 0, 1, we're going to draw a line from 0 to 1. For our second coordinate, 2, 4, we're going to draw a line from the value 2 to the value 4. And then last but not least, from the negative 2 to the negative 1. For the next example, our domain is negative 3, 0, and 1. Our range is 2, 2, and 1, but the 2 is repeated, so we write 2 once and then 1. The negative 3 is paired with the positive 2. The 0 is also paired with the positive 2, and the 1 is paired with the 1. Looking at our last example, our domain is negative 2, negative 2, 3, so that would just be negative 2 once and then 3. And our range is 1, 2, and 5. So let's go ahead and show our mapping. Negative 2 is paired with the 1. Negative 2 is also paired with 2. And 3 is paired with 5.